My dear children, come now and rest in my presence. Still your hearts for a moment and let the noise of the world fall quiet around you. Imagine the glow of candles flickering gently upon an altar, their warm light casting a holy calm upon your spirit. Hear the distant chime of a bell echoing softly through the morning air, calling you to remembrance that I am near. Picture sunlight streaming through stained glass, casting rivers of color across the stone floor of a quiet chapel. In that sacred stillness, I meet you. I know how your minds often wander, how thoughts rise and fall like restless waves upon a stormy sea. I know how the weight of your concerns presses heavily against your chest, how worries circle again and again with no end in sight. But in this moment, my dear children, you are safe. You are seen. You are loved with an everlasting love. I call you into my calm, into my refuge, into the harbor of peace that only I can give. Listen closely, my beloved ones. I am your Father, and my desire is not for you to live in the grip of fear, doubt, and ceaseless overthinking. I long to steady your hearts and lift your minds into the quiet assurance of my peace. You have searched for answers. You have tried to resolve every concern with your own strength, but I invite you now to lay it down. My peace is not fragile like the world's peace. My peace is not temporary like the fleeting comforts you often seek. My peace surpasses understanding, rising far above the storms of thought and the tempests of anxiety. This message is a gift for you. Stay here with me, my dear children, and let me speak directly into your soul. Let my words settle into your spirit like dew upon the morning grass, refreshing, gentle, and life-giving. My dear children, I know the thoughts that swirl within you, the racing questions and the worries that rob your rest. You think of tomorrow and its uncertainties, of yesterday and its regrets, of today and its burdens. Yet I tell you, be still, for I am God. When your mind grows restless, come back to me, and I will calm the storm inside of you. Do you see the harbor after a raging storm? The waves that once rose high and violent are now at peace, the waters smooth as glass, reflecting the light of the heavens above. That is the picture of my peace in your soul. I speak, and the winds obey. I whisper, and the storm is hushed. The same voice that calmed the sea on that day still speaks to calm the chaos within you. Remember this promise, my dear children, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. I have placed this truth in Philippians 4:7, and I speak it again to you now. My peace does not only soothe, it guards. It watches over your heart and mind like a faithful sentinel, keeping the shadows of fear and unrest from overwhelming you. You do not need to figure everything out. You do not need to hold the weight of every outcome. Rest in me, and I will carry what you cannot. You were not created to live in endless cycles of worry. You were created to dwell in my presence, to walk in freedom, and to know the stillness of being loved by your Father. My dear children, when you feel your thoughts spinning beyond control, breathe deeply of my Spirit. Close your eyes and picture rivers of living water flowing gently around you, washing away every anxious thought, cleansing every restless corner of your mind. That water is my Spirit, renewing you moment by moment. As it is written, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." I meant these words for you. Lay your burdens here. Do not measure my peace by what you can understand, for it will always rise higher than human reason. Even when your circumstances remain unchanged, my peace remains constant. Even when the storm rages around you, the harbor of my presence is secure. You may not always comprehend how I work, but my peace will carry you beyond the need to explain. Think of the calm after rain, when the air is fresh and the earth is renewed. Think of the dawn breaking after a long night, light piercing the horizon with tender warmth. Think of a father's arms holding his child close, steady and unshakable. This is my gift to you. This is the peace I freely pour into you when you trust me. My dear children, you are never alone. In the quiet hours of the night when thoughts rise loudest, I am near. In the rush of the day when responsibilities pull you in every direction, I am present. My spirit rests upon you like a mantle of calm, like a covering of light. Trust that even when you cannot trace my hand, you can trust my heart. Come now and let go. Release the clenched fists of control and open your hands to receive what I give. You will find that as you surrender, the weight you carried dissolves in the warmth of my love. My peace flows like a river, steady and unbroken, and it will keep flowing into your heart as long as you remain in me. My dear children, let this truth anchor you. I am greater than your thoughts. I am greater than your fears. I am greater than every storm that rages in your mind. Rest in me, for I am your harbor, your refuge, your eternal peace. My dear children, I know the burdens you carry are often invisible to those around you. You smile, you press on, you fulfill your duties, yet inside your mind the weight of constant thoughts presses heavily. But I see what others cannot see. I understand the silent struggles, the racing thoughts, the what-ifs, the endless scenarios you rehearse in your heart. And I whisper again, my peace surpasses understanding. My peace is stronger than the storm inside your mind. Do you remember when my son spoke to the wind and the waves, and suddenly there was a great calm? That same word is spoken now over your life. Just as creation obeys my command, so too will your inner storms yield to my presence. You need not strive to silence every thought. Simply come close to me and allow my spirit to wash over you. Let my word be the anchor that steadies you when your mind feels adrift. My dear children, when you try to solve everything on your own, your thoughts scatter like leaves in the wind. But when you bring your worries to me in prayer, you will feel them grow lighter, as though carried into my keeping. You are not meant to hold every burden. I am the one who carries you. The psalmist declared, "Cast your cares on the Lord, and he will sustain you." And I remind you of this truth because I never grow weary of lifting what you cannot. Think of a harbor at dawn. The storm has passed, and the sky begins to clear. The water, once violent and unpredictable, now reflects the golden light of the rising sun. The boats rest safely, anchored in place. That harbor is your soul when you remain in me. No matter how fierce the storm, you will not be swept away, for I am the one who secures you. My dear children, I want you to rest in this assurance. My peace is not fragile. It does not break when trouble comes. It does not waver when uncertainty rises. It is steady, like a mountain unmoved by wind, like the deep ocean unchanged by the surface storm. And this peace is already yours in me. You do not need to earn it. You need only receive it. When you sit in silence and turn your thoughts toward me, notice how my spirit brings calm, like a gentle breeze on a hot day. Notice how your breathing steadies, how your heart slows its anxious pace, how your spirit begins to lift. This is the work of my peace in you. I knit it into your being like a tapestry of light, wrapping you in comfort that no circumstance can remove. My dear children, many voices will try to pull you away. The world will tell you that peace comes from control, from achievement, from solving every problem. But I tell you, peace comes from surrender, from trust, from resting in my arms. The world says you must have all the answers, but I say you need only hold on to me, for I am the answer. Do not be afraid when you cannot see the full picture. I see it all, from the beginning to the end. You stand on the shore and wonder how the path unfolds across the waters, but I see the safe passage I have already prepared for you. Trust that my peace will guide you one step at a time. You do not need the map, you only need the shepherd. Let my word dwell richly within you. For Scripture is not mere ink on paper. It is living and active, a voice that still speaks. When I say that my peace surpasses understanding, it means there will be times when you cannot explain why your heart feels calm while the storm still rages. That is the miracle of my presence. Others may look at you and wonder how you can stand, how you can smile, how you can rest when the world shakes. But you will know, it is my hand upon you, my spirit within you, my peace guarding your heart like a fortress. My dear children, think of a child who falls asleep in the arms of a parent, unconcerned with the dangers or uncertainties outside. That child does not calculate risks, does not weigh possibilities, does not rehearse outcomes. The child simply rests, secure in the embrace of love. This is how I call you to rest in me. Trust me enough to release what you cannot control. The unrest you feel, the overthinking that steals your peace, does not define you. You are defined by my love, my calling, my promises. And I promise you this: I will never leave you nor forsake you. When you walk through fire, you will not be burned. When you pass through rivers, they will not sweep over you. When the shadows of anxiety press close, my light will shine upon you. My dear children, picture again the calm harbor. The storm clouds have rolled away. The sea is still. The air is fresh and sweet. The sun breaks through, scattering light across the water. This is my promise for your soul. I do not promise you a life without storms, but I promise you a peace that outlasts them all. Return often to this harbor. Do not wait until your thoughts overwhelm you. Come to me daily, moment by moment, and let my spirit refill you. My peace is not a one-time gift. It is a river that flows continually, and you may drink from it as often as you desire. Remember this, my dear children. When you are anxious, speak my word. When your thoughts spiral, call upon my name. When unrest grows, pause and breathe in my presence. I am nearer than the breath in your lungs, nearer than the beating of your heart. My peace is with you now and always. Lift your eyes above the storm. Fix your gaze not on the waves, but on me. Trust not in your own understanding, but lean fully upon my wisdom. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I am your peace, your harbor, your Father who loves you beyond measure. My dear children, let your hearts grow quiet before me. You have searched for peace in many places, yet peace will not be found in striving. It is found in surrender. It is not hidden in the depths of your reasoning. It flows freely when you yield to my Spirit. When you release your restless thoughts into my hands, you make room for the still waters of my presence to surround you. Consider the shepherd who leads his flock beside quiet streams. The sheep do not question the path, nor do they demand to understand each turn along the way. They simply follow the shepherd, trusting his care. So too, I lead you beside living waters. I restore your soul and cause you to lie down in green pastures where your heart can breathe again. My dear children, you will not be forsaken when you follow my voice. When your mind begins to spiral with endless questions, pause and picture the horizon after a storm. The dark clouds that once seemed immovable scatter in the wind, and beams of sunlight pierce through, flooding the earth with warmth. That light is my truth breaking through your anxious thoughts. That warmth is my love reminding you that you are not abandoned. Even in your darkest hour, I am at work, guiding the storm to pass and revealing a brighter day. My dear children, I do not ask you to deny that storms exist. I do not ask you to pretend that troubles are not real. But I call you to remember that I am greater than them all. The waves may roar, but they cannot drown you when your life is anchored in me. Fear may shout, but it cannot control you when my Spirit rests upon you. Anxiety may rise, but it cannot define you when my word fills your heart. You wonder often why peace is so fleeting in the world? It is because the peace of the world is based on circumstances, on things seen and touched. But my peace is rooted in eternity. It is unshakable because it flows from my very nature. I am constant, and so my peace is constant. I am eternal, and so my peace endures. I am faithful, and so my peace remains when all else fades. My dear children, picture a mighty tree beside a river. Its roots sink deep into the soil, drinking from waters that never run dry. The winds may blow, storms may rage, yet the tree stands firm because its source is secure. So too, when you root yourselves in my presence, you cannot be uprooted by fear. My Spirit within you nourishes your soul, keeping you alive, steady, and flourishing in every season. I know you seek answers. I know you long for clarity. But sometimes I withhold answers so that you may lean into trust. For if you understood every detail, you would not need faith. Yet faith is the pathway through which my peace flows into your soul. Trust me, even when you cannot trace the outcome. Believe me, even when the road is dim. My peace is your companion in the unknown. When you awaken in the night with your heart racing and your thoughts circling, whisper my name. Let the sound of it settle you like a lullaby sung over a child. When the day presses heavily upon you with tasks, voices, and noise, pause for a breath and remember that I am with you. My dear children, you do not need to strive to invite me, for I already dwell within you. You need only turn your attention to me, and you will discover I have been here all along. Let go of the notion that peace means the absence of struggle. Peace is my presence within the struggle. Peace is the calm at the center of the storm, the assurance that no wave will carry you away, because I hold you firmly. Peace is the confidence that you are deeply loved, no matter the chaos that surrounds you. Do not measure my peace by your feelings alone. Feelings rise and fall like tides. But my peace is rooted in truth, and truth does not change. My word stands forever, and my word says you are mine, chosen, redeemed, beloved. Let this truth guard your heart. When doubt tries to creep in, declare my promises aloud. When fear whispers lies, remind yourself of my word. You are not helpless, for I have given you my Spirit as your comforter. My dear children, think again of the harbor. Ships battered by the storm return to anchor, and though the sea beyond may still rage, within the harbor there is safety. I am that harbor. Draw near to me, and you will find rest. Do not wander far in search of peace elsewhere, for peace cannot be bought, cannot be manufactured, cannot be found in the wisdom of the world. Peace is a gift, and I am the giver. Let me remind you of the words spoken long ago, yet still alive for you today. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid. I spoke these words through my Son, and I speak them again to you now. My peace is yours today. Receive it. Walk in it. Live as though it is already guarding you, for indeed it is. My dear children, as you walk through this world, carry my peace like a lamp. Let it shine before others who are weary and searching. Do not hide it, but let my calm radiate through your words, your presence, your love for others. You will find that as you share my peace, it multiplies within you. For I am a God who gives without measure, and my peace is a well that never runs dry. So come now, beloved ones. Rest your thoughts, still your heart, and surrender your worries. Breathe deeply and know that I am here. You are safe. You are loved. And you are held in a peace that surpasses understanding, a peace that will guard you until the day you see me face to face. My dear children, let your spirit rest gently in the rhythm of my presence. I know how quickly your mind leaps ahead, how often it runs toward fears and imagined outcomes. I see how even in quiet moments your thoughts replay the past or rehearse the future. Yet I call you back now to the present, to this breath, to this very heartbeat. For here is where I dwell with you. I am not far away in some distant tomorrow. I am here, nearer than you imagine, and my peace is available in this very moment. Think of the steady tide that comes and goes upon the shore. The waves may crash with force, but the shoreline does not vanish. It remains, steadfast beneath the shifting waters. My peace is like that eternal shore, unmoved beneath the ebb and flow of your thoughts. Even when your mind feels unsettled, even when emotions surge, my peace remains steady. Anchor yourself upon me, and you will not drift away. My dear children, you do not need to master your mind to receive my peace. You only need to turn to me in trust. Too often you believe peace will come once you have solved every problem, silenced every thought, or controlled every circumstance. But peace is not the reward of control. It is the gift of surrender. Release your grasp, and you will find my hand holding you. When you walk into a forest at dawn, you hear the hush of creation waking slowly. The leaves rustle gently. Birds begin to sing. Light filters softly through the branches. This stillness is my design, and I invite you to experience it within your soul. I can quiet your heart as surely as I quiet the forest, filling you with a sacred hush where anxiety loses its voice. I do not despise your overthinking, my dear children. I do not grow impatient with your restless thoughts. Instead, I meet you in them. I bend close and whisper truth into the noise. I remind you that you are mine. I remind you that my grace covers you. I remind you that nothing can separate you from my love. Even when your thoughts wander far, my spirit gently calls you home. Consider the river that winds its way through the valley. Though rocks and bends change its course, the water continues to flow, never ceasing. So it is with my peace. Obstacles may arise, fears may surface, yet my peace keeps flowing, carrying you forward, refreshing you again and again. You may feel interrupted, but my peace is not interrupted. It endures because it springs from me, and I never fail. My dear children, do not measure peace by the absence of questions. You may still wonder, you may still ask, but my peace steadies you even as you seek. It guards your heart while you wait for answers. It surrounds you while you learn to trust. It lifts you while you walk by faith, step by step, even when the path ahead is dim. Think of the night sky filled with stars. From the ground you see scattered lights, distant and countless. But I see the vast tapestry, each star in its place, each light with purpose. In the same way, you see fragments of your story. But I see the whole. You wonder how the pieces will come together, but I already hold the completed picture in my hands. My peace is your assurance that even when you cannot see the whole, you are part of something woven with eternal care. My dear children, when fear presses in, remember that you are not alone. I walk with you through every valley. I stand beside you in every storm. I cover you when shadows fall. My presence is your shield, and my peace is your song in the night. The enemy may attempt to unsettle your mind, but he cannot remove the fortress I have built around your heart. Let my word be your constant companion. Speak it over yourself when your thoughts are heavy. Whisper it into the air when your heart trembles. For my word carries power, and it is through my word that peace is multiplied within you. Remember again, the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. This is not a wish, it is a promise. I guard you myself, and no power can undo my keeping. My dear children, I do not want you to live as prisoners of your own thoughts. I came to set captives free, and that freedom includes your mind. Let me open the prison doors of anxiety. Let me cut the chains of endless worry. Let me lead you into wide-open spaces where you can breathe deeply of my Spirit. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. This is my gift, and I long for you to receive it fully. Think of the child who runs to the arms of a parent after falling. The pain may still linger, the tears may still flow, but in that embrace, safety returns, and fear subsides. So it is with you. My arms are always open. Run to me when your mind grows weary. Hide yourself in me when thoughts grow loud. My embrace will quiet your heart, and my peace will soothe the ache within you. I know the world clamors for your attention. I know the constant noise of voices, screens, and demands leaves little room for rest. But I am calling you into stillness. Even in the busyness of your day, carve a moment to pause, to breathe, to remember that I am God. You will discover that even in a world of noise, you can carry an inner sanctuary where my Spirit reigns. My dear children, peace is not a destination far off in the future. Peace is a person, and I am that peace. When you cling to me, you already hold what you seek. Let this truth sink deep. You are never outside the reach of my calm. The storm may roar, but I am greater still. Lift your eyes to me. Trust in me with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. I will make your paths straight. I will lead you into the harbor where your soul can rest. I will cover you with my wings, and under my shelter you will not be afraid. My peace is your inheritance, my dear children. It is the gift of a father to his beloved ones. Receive it now, not with striving, but with open hands. Breathe it in, let it settle upon you, and carry it into the world as a light that shines in the darkness. For you are mine, and nothing can steal the peace I have given you. My dear children, listen to my voice more than to the clamor of your own thoughts. Thoughts will come and go like shifting clouds, but my word is eternal. Do not let your mind become a battlefield where fear wins. Instead, let it become a garden where my Spirit plants seeds of truth. When you water those seeds with prayer and trust, peace will blossom and fill your inner being with fragrance sweeter than any flower of the field. I know that sometimes you believe you must be strong on your own, that you must carry the burden of every decision, every outcome, every responsibility. But I did not design you to walk alone. You are not expected to hold every weight. You are invited to lean on me. My strength is made perfect in your weakness, and my peace is revealed most clearly when you realize you cannot control everything. Rest in the knowledge that I am God, and I will never fail you. Think of the mountains standing tall against the sky. Through storms and seasons they remain unmoved. So too, my peace is immovable. And when you root yourself in me, you share in that unshakable strength. Your thoughts may swirl like clouds, but the mountain remains. This is what it means to abide in me, to stand secure, even when everything around you shifts. My dear children, I see how your minds race at night, replaying conversations, worrying about tomorrow's tasks, carrying hidden fears. In those moments, remember that I give rest to those I love. Close your eyes and imagine the night sky spread wide above you, my hand covering you like a shield. Let the stars remind you of my promises, countless and faithful. Let the quiet of night be a reminder that I never sleep, and while you rest, I keep watch. You often wonder if peace is possible in the chaos of your daily life. I tell you, it is not only possible, it is certain when you remain in me. Peace is not the absence of responsibilities. Peace is the presence of my Spirit guiding you through them. I will not always remove the storm, but I will always give you calm within it. This is why my peace surpasses understanding. It does not depend on what happens around you, but on who I am within you. Think of a lamp set upon a hill in the darkness. Though the wind blows and shadows stretch across the valley, the lamp remains alight, and travelers find their way because of its glow. My peace within you is that lamp. It lights your path and testifies to others that I am near. You may not realize how many watch your life and are comforted by your calm spirit. When you rest in me, you become a witness of my peace to a world desperate for it. My dear children, when you find your thoughts entangled, remember to pray. Do not see prayer as complicated or distant. Prayer is simply turning your heart toward me, speaking honestly, listening quietly. It is placing your worries into my hands and trusting I will care for them. Each prayer is like a stone dropped into water, creating ripples of peace that spread outward into your soul. Do not despise the small moments of trust. Even a whisper of faith is powerful when placed in me. When you pause in the middle of your day to breathe and remember my presence, you open the door for peace to flood in. When you resist the urge to dwell on worry and instead repeat my promise, you train your heart to remain in calm. Over time, these small choices build a sanctuary of peace within you. My dear children, I long for you to stop striving and simply rest. Rest is not idleness. It is confidence in my care. Rest is choosing to believe that I am working even when you cannot see it. Rest is trusting that the outcome is safe in my hands. Just as the farmer trusts the unseen growth of seeds beneath the soil, so you can trust that I am bringing forth fruit in your life, even when the process feels hidden. Think again of the harbor after a storm. The waves grow still, the air clears, and the water reflects the heavens above. That reflection is what I desire in you, that your heart would mirror my peace so clearly that others see me in you. They will notice your calm when they expect panic. They will sense your assurance when they expect fear, and through your peace, they will be drawn to me, the source. My dear children, cling to my promises when your mind falters. Repeat them until they are engraved upon your heart. Remember always, I am your refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Remember also, I will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are stayed on me. These are not mere words. They are unbreakable truths. Stand on them, and you will not be shaken. When you are tempted to dwell on fear, shift your gaze to gratitude. Thank me for what I have done, and peace will rise within you like a tide. Gratitude clears the fog of anxiety and makes room for trust. Even the smallest thank you for breath. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for love builds a foundation of calm. Gratitude invites you to see the storm differently, not as a threat, but as a place where my hand can be revealed. My dear children, know that your thoughts do not define you. You are not the sum of your worries. You are not the weight of your fears. You are my beloved, chosen, and cherished. I see beyond the noise of your mind into the truth of who you are, and who you are is mine. That identity cannot be shaken, and from that truth flows the peace you long for. So take heart, my children, be still, and know that I am God. Let my presence settle upon you like the calm after rain. Let my word echo within you like a hymn that never fades. Let my love hold you like strong arms that will never let go. My peace is already yours. Receive it, walk in it, rest in it, and let it carry you through every storm until the day when all storms are stilled forever and you dwell with me in perfect peace. My dear children, remain here with me a little longer, for I am not finished pouring my peace into your heart. Let these final moments of this message be like the lingering glow of the sun as it sets, a light that stays with you even as the day draws to a close. Let my words settle deeply, so that when you step away, you carry the warmth of my presence with you. You have heard of my peace that surpasses understanding, but I desire you not only to hear of it, but to live in it. to walk in it, and to breathe it as surely as you breathe the air around you. The world cannot offer this peace. Its treasures fade, its promises break, its comforts vanish like morning mist. But what I give remains. My peace is like a river that never runs dry, like light that cannot be overcome by darkness. My dear children, let me bless you now with this assurance. You are safe in me. Even when the storms rise again, even when your thoughts begin to stir with unrest, you can return to this place, the harbor of my presence. And here you will always find me waiting. My arms are open, steady and strong, ready to receive you. Picture the light breaking through clouds after heavy rain, the rays spilling across the earth in brilliance and warmth. That is how my peace enters your soul after the storm of overthinking. It breaks through, casting away the shadows, bringing clarity and calm. Do not fear the clouds, for the light is always greater. I am that light, and I will never leave you in darkness. My dear children, I want you to remember that your worth is not measured by how well you manage your thoughts. Your worth is rooted in my love, unchanging and eternal. When you stumble, I lift you. When you doubt, I steady you. When you are weary, I refresh you. Rest in this truth. Nothing can separate you from my love. Neither fear nor worry, neither anxious nights nor restless days, neither what has been nor what is to come. You are mine, and my love is your anchor. Take heart in these words I have given you. You keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts in you. My promise is clear. As you set your mind on me, peace will hold you fast. Not a fragile peace, but a perfect peace, guarded by my Spirit, wrapped in my everlasting care. My dear children, imagine walking by a river at dawn. The waters are smooth, glistening in the light of the rising sun. The air is cool, fresh, alive with quiet hope. This is what I desire for your soul, that you would live each day beside the river of my presence, drinking deeply, never running dry. I am the fountain of living waters. Come to me, and you will thirst no more. I know how easily the noise of the world drowns out this stillness. I know how quickly the burdens return. That is why I invite you daily to come back into my presence, to pause, to breathe, to remember. Each moment with me restores what the world drains away. Each moment with me renews your strength and fills your heart again with the calm you long for. My dear children, when you leave this place, do not leave my peace behind. Carry it with you into every conversation, every task, every room you enter. Let others sense the calm of my Spirit in you. Let them taste of the peace you carry, so that they too may hunger for the one who gives it. My peace in you is not only for your comfort, but also for your witness, that through you the world may see my light. Think again of the embrace of a father. The child comes weary, fearful, uncertain, yet in the Father's arms there is safety, comfort, and strength. That embrace is yours now. I hold you close, and nothing can tear you away from my love. Let this truth quiet your fears and hush the endless noise of worry. In my embrace you are home. My dear children, do not despise the storms you face, for in them you will discover the depth of my faithfulness. You will see how my peace rises higher than the waves. You will learn that the calm I give does not depend on circumstances, but on my presence, and my presence will never leave you. Take courage, for I am with you. Let these words rest in your soul. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to me. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. This is not a distant promise, it is a living reality. My peace is guarding you even now. My dear children, let your hearts be lifted. Walk forward with hope. Do not let despair or fear write your story, for I am the author, and I write only with love. Let my peace steady your steps, let my promises guide your way, and let my spirit fill your soul. You are never alone. As you prepare to close this time, receive my blessing. Peace be upon you in the morning and in the night. The peace be upon you in your labor and in your rest. Peace be upon you when storms rise, and peace be upon you when calm surrounds. Peace that flows like a river, peace that shines like the dawn, peace that is unshakable and eternal. This peace I give to you freely, because I love you with an everlasting love. My dear children, go now with this assurance. You are mine, you are loved, and you are held. Let my peace beyond understanding be the song of your heart and the strength of your days. And now, with gentleness, I invite you, if this message has blessed you, let it not remain only with you. Share it, so that others may also rest in my peace. Let your voice be a light by commenting, so that others may know they are not alone. Let your hand extend by liking, so that this word reaches further. And let your spirit join in this family of faith by subscribing, so that together you may continue to grow in my love and my peace. Do this not out of duty, but as an offering, as a way to spread the light of my word to all who hunger for it.